action. I'm Milt Avruskin. Happy to be back here with International Wrestling and welcoming you to ringside. I'm here along with pretty boy Floyd Creatchman. At this point, I would be remiss certainly if I didn't thank Ron Francis for having taken the reins the last few weeks in describing the thrills, the action here at International Wrestling. And it's starting off, Floyd, with Rocky DellaSerra aggressively going on the attack, grabbing young Denis Goulet, a fast-rising, up-and-coming young star, taking him to the corner, flying there to the center of the ring, and he is aggressive today.
Rocky DellaSerra, I spoke to him for about 10 minutes before he went into the ring. Prior to this match, I said, Rocky, you got to be aggressive. You got to stay on your opponent, and that's exactly what he's doing, Milt.
You know something, Floyd Creatchman? I know he's doing that, but that's been Rocky DellaSerra's style for a good number of years now. I don't think, frankly, that whatever you had to say to him before the match had that much significant effect on the way he's conducting himself inside there right now.
Rocky DellaSerra, he's got the style, he's got the smile, and he does what it takes to become a future champion. He's got a lot of potential, along with his brother, Bob DellaSerra, who taught him a lot. But now you see Denis Goulet.
Yes, Denis Goulet is coming back. A beautiful move. Denis Goulet wrestled in Europe for the past number of months. He's back here in North America, and with International Wrestling, he is a fast-rising, maturing young wrestler.
Now, going out of the ring, asking for a timeout, getting a second breather. He's got the brains and the talent. Look at him. He's asking for a timeout.
There is no timeout in professional wrestling, Floyd, and you know that.
Has to count to 10, but Goulet, dumb as he is, he keeps on interfering in the count.
Well, I think that there are those who would take issue with your description of Denis Goulet, a fine young athlete, a weightlifting champion in the province of Quebec as an amateur, and a man who is developing very, very quickly into a good professional wrestler. And I have a feeling that Denis Goulet's future may well be brighter than that of the Rock, Rocky DellaSerra, who I agree does possess significant talent. Look at that beautiful leg drop.
Terrible.
By Denis Goulet. You know something? I'm going to say one thing. Look at that. Nice body slam by Denis Goulet, showing us that he is a very strong young man.
You said you're going to say one thing. You said one thing too many. Okay, The Rock is a little bit dizzy now, but he's going to come back. I got a lot of confidence in him.
Bananas will cure what's wrong with you, Floyd.
Bananas won't cure nothing, okay?
Potassium's good for you. You know, you engaged in verbal diatribe with
hey, I went to the school for this.
With Ron Francis the last number of weeks, and I have to apologize to him. I have spent many more years around professional wrestling than has he, and you had no right to engage in your verbal, and the word starts with D, I'll use diatribe for now, in some of the descriptive adjectives and some of the things you told him. I and the wrestling fans know them to be untrue, and I'll tell you something. As the fans were made aware, I went through some sickness recently, and if you continue to conduct yourself...
Yes, I know you're sick in the head.
If you continue to conduct yourself the same way, Floyd Creatchman, not just I, but every wrestling fan will have a relapse because you'll bring it on. Look at that. Nice move by Denis Goulet. He's got DellaSerra down a count of...
It takes more than that to cover the arms, the shoulders of Rocky DellaSerra. Look at the beautiful scientific moves by Rocky DellaSerra to boot across the face.
You described that as scientific.
He's shooting him out of the ring. I just did that this morning. I took the garbage.
Slow down.
I took the garbage in my house and I shot it out the window, just like Rocky DellaSerra did to Denis Goulet.
Rocky DellaSerra has not fulfilled the promise that he has shown for a number of years within that squared circle. I agree with you. Both DellaSerras, Rocky, and Big Brother Bad Bob have tremendous natural ability. They're great athletes, but they have not, frankly, fulfilled their promise.
You know that me and The Rock go to the same hair salon?
I wouldn't be so proud of that if I was The Rock. Does he go to your tailor also?
I won't tell you that. I won't comment.
Yeah. No, your tailor doesn't want to put a credit on the show for the clothing with which he provides you, does he?
My tailor became rich with me.
Yeah. Rich with what? Rocky DellaSerra on the attack right now, whipping Goulet, but a beautiful leg whip by Goulet coming off the ropes. And how do you like the way he put the Rock to the canvas?
I don't like that at all, but Rock is back on his feet. Look at the way he snatches Goulet by the head. He's going for his neck breaker. It's a reverse.
Nice move, a nice reversal. Denis Goulet taking DellaSerra down, count of 2.5, and that was almost. He's very,
surprising.
Very
Denis Goulet is surprising. He was in Europe. He won all kind of matches over there. He made history over there, but now he's in Ontario, Canada, Quebec. He's with International Wrestling, and his opponent right now is Rocky DellaSerra. He's not in Paris, France, and he's going to get the beating of his life. I promise you that.
Whipped into the corner is Goulet, but he moves quickly out of the way as Rocky DellaSerra runs himself into that corner turnbuckle, and seeing stars obviously is The Rock, because he just took a swing at nothing, Floyd.
Well, I can't blame him. He hit that turnbuckle hard. What? It's going to take more than that. Beautiful scientific move by Rocky. Stopped Denis Goulet in his path.
Whipping Goulet now off the ropes. Oh, beautiful move. Goulet, very aware of what's happening. Grabs the boot of DellaSerra up in the air. Yes, atomic drop.
The spine.
That is going to shake Rocky from the tip of the spine right up through the top of his head. And
outside of the ring, Rocky DellaSerra is using his head again. He's going out for a second breather, but Goulet's going after him. That's a stupid move because the referee should be counting.
Well, Goulet was chasing Rocky DellaSerra around the ring.
Did you know that Rocky DellaSerra won the marathon?
Which marathon?
He won the marathon. Don't you read the papers?
No, not those ones. Heavy-duty clothesline by The Rock, putting Goulet to the canvas. Struggling over to cover the man is Rocky DellaSerra. The count of two, but kicking out.
The referee is counting too slow. He should have counted 1, 2, 3.
You mean on those number of occasions where Goulet almost had Rocky pinned?
You know what I mean.
On the second turnbuckle is DellaSerra down with a double hammer across the upper part of the back.
He flies with the greatest of ease, this DellaSerra. The greatest of ease. Now he's coming down with the beautiful elbow. He is a scientific wrestler. He knows all the moves. He can be rough and dirty, and he gets down and dirty.
Well, he's rolling Goulet over now, covering him ring center. 1, 2, oh, look at that kick out by Denis Goulet, showing us that the weight training that he has taken on over the last number of years that made him a provincial champion as an amateur, paying off because he catapulted The Rock. It must have been 3 feet straight up in the air, and there, showing he's again learning his lessons within the squared circle. Goulet laid a good punch to the midsection.
Back and forth.
Quick punches from The Rock, but he is indeed coming back.
This is Rocky DellaSerra's style. This is his style of match, Rocky.
Oh, blocking the attempted ram to the corner turnbuckle was Goulet.
Swinging in the air.
Reversed it on The Rock, who's again swinging at nothingness and coming back strong now. Denis Goulet backing Rocky DellaSerra against the ropes and whipping him. What's in store? Lovely hip toss, ring center. Goulet covering 2. Kicking out just in the nick of time. Once again is Rocky DellaSerra. The man does possess a great degree of wrestling talent.
Come on, Rock. If I can only send you some brain waves, Rock. That's it. Tie his legs up. Kick him. Don't do harm to him. Do harm to him. Punish him.
Somebody should do harm to you. I'm wondering if there's a gag here in the studio. I think all of us would feel a little bit better, Floyd. Your turn's coming up. The penthouse is coming up pretty soon.
That's right. That's right. That's what I'm going to do to Gino Brito Jr.
The bell has rung. I believe that The Rock has been sunk. The die has been cast, and I believe that referee Morrison has disqualified. Who cares about your opinion?
My opinion, The Rock won the match because he's the one that's standing up. And look at that, Gino Brito Jr. has no business to put his big nose, his 2 cents in the match. He has nothing to do there.
He's not putting his nose into the match. He's come out only to ringside. He has not made even a threatening gesture. I don't understand what your problem is.
He has no business being there. Gino Brito Jr., he's going to get his lesson also from The Rock and from me when I face him in a 10-round boxing match.
In my opinion, frankly, it's unfortunate that Rocky DellaSerra, who does possess some great wrestling talent, is listening to his big brother, who has turned into a bad Bob DellaSerra. It's even more unfortunate, pretty boy Floyd, that he's listening to you. Let's take a look, folks, at some of the action from this match. It really was a Jim Dandy. By disqualification, the winner of our opening match here this week, Denis Goulet.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Stop saying it.
International Wrestling. Much more will also be heard, rest assured, from Rocky DellaSerra. Wrestling fans, the penthouse, and much, much more yet to come. Don't go anywhere. Right now, we've got just for you a very special interview.
Wrestling fans, here they are, Kendo Nagasaki, Richard, the self-proclaimed magnificent Charland, and as always accompanied by their manager, the sports agent, pretty boy Floyd Creatchman. Mr. Creatchman, what about those international tag team championship belts?
What about this? And what about that? Well, I'm going to tell you a little what. Yeah, Kendo Nagasaki, accompanied with Richard the Magnificent, the boss Charland, and pretty boy Floyd, the sports agent in the corner. We want broke the tag team belts. We want Rougeau, and we want Crawford. Yeah, the reason why they don't have no belts, they're walking around with no strap, is because Nagasaki and Charland, they broke the belts after the first time they met. They said if they're not the champions, there ain't nobody that's going to walk around with the tag team championship belts. And I'll tell you one thing, Crawford and Rougeau, you look into my eyes because I mean business. And when I tell you that Richard Charland and Kendo Nagasaki are going to make fools out of you, they're going to dethrone you. We're going to represent Ontario, Canada, the province of Quebec. Yes, the trio. We declare war on everybody, on all comers. But you, Rougeau, and you, Crawford, we want you to show the people who's number one. I got the number one team. With money, you get it all, baby.
Hey, Rougeau, Crawford, you guys think we're going to go in the back of the line? But I give you a chance to jump in the back.
It's Pretty Boys, Pantos, the International Tag Team Champions. Dangerous Dan, Crowfat, Armand Rougeau. There could be fireworks.